pioneers in implementing this idea in your organizations. Through you, we hope to create a pool of empowered women who will go on to empower those around them. As Pandit Nehru said, to awaken the people, it is the woman who must be awakened. Once she is on the move, the family moves, the village moves, and in fact, the nation moves. There are approximately 5,000 schools in just the Delhi NCR region. Without making any changes in our current structure, the next time a job opening comes up, if each of us consciously chooses to employ a woman, just look at the impact that we could make. Let us start a movement that will not only give women more employment opportunities in educational institutions, but also bring about a paradigm shift in breaking the barriers of gender discrimination, intolerance, and skewed mindsets when most jobs are traditionally kept only for men. This afternoon, let us pledge to take the first step in this direction and make our small contribution to nation building. Thank you and Jai Hind.
What a wonderful perspective by Vasvi. The scope is immense. She's just touched the tip of the iceberg. I'm sure we'll move very much ahead with all your support. I have great pleasure in inviting Mr. Anup Rawat, one of our partners, and Vice President Training G4 Securities, to give his remarks. Can you please come? Invite Senior Vice President Flo to give the green certificate also. We plant please in your name rather than giving you
Good afternoon, ladies and the few gentlemen seated around. This is the fourth conference, I think, in the last 30 days, which I've attended, where men have been outnumbered. And that goes a long way in showing the changing scenario in the world today. Before I begin, can I ask us all to please give a big round of applause to the cause that we are assembled here today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to represent G4S at this forum on women empowerment. I would like to begin by quoting from Nancy Pelosi, the 60th Speaker of the US House of Representatives. She said, I quote, "Women are leaders everywhere, from the CEO who runs a Fortune 500 company to the housewife who raises her children and heads her household. Our country was built by strong women, and we will continue to break down walls and defy stereotypes." Unquote. This is exactly what we are trying to do here. We at G4S have always believed in doing this, and wherever possible, we have encouraged skills development and placement of women. There is a perception in the minds of most that security jobs are primarily for men. However, I believe that in certain locations, such as educational institutions and corporate houses, women security officers can actually be more effective. We have taken the lead in employing women at all levels and creating a safe, secure, and comfortable environment for women employees in our organization. If you look at our corporate setup, we have women occupying very senior positions in the organizations. Our Director for Corporate Communications is a woman. Our Hub Director for the Delhi region is a woman. We have Vice Presidents in the HR and customer relationships, and many others who are women. If we talk about the frontline staff, in our security workforce of 1.5 lakh employees across the country, we employ a sizable population of women personnel today. However, like the speakers before me said, this is a job which is traditionally, women don't take up, but that is changing now. Some of you may not be aware, but G4S, apart from security, also runs other businesses in India, such as facilities management and electronic security systems. In facilities management alone, women constitute almost 20% of our manpower, and we'll be willing to offer support in training women to take up these jobs. The opportunities for women at G4S are many, and we are consciously striving to increase their numbers amongst us. Some of the measures that we have taken to provide more and more employment to women in our organization are: we have created separate women-specific facilities in our training centers. Women instructors and supervisors are available to facilitate training and operations. We deal very strictly with any complaints regarding gender bias and harassment and abuse. And we provide equal opportunities of recognition and career advancement. We are 100% dedicated to the cause of women's skill building and creating job opportunities for their betterment. We are privileged to be a part of this journey with you all, and assure you that we'll be able to provide free training and give placements to about 10,000 women over the next 3 years in the field of private security and facilities management. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Appreciate that you're telling us that you are with us and the 10,000 jobs are for us if you train those women in the next 3 years. Really appreciate it. May I now invite Mr. Mahesh Rajoria, Maruti, to give his remarks. He's another partner for us. And may I invite Vasthi Bharatram, Vice President Flow, to give the green certificate to Mr. Rajoria.
Thank you and namaskar. It's my privilege to be here today in front of ladies who are changing the society. Dr. Kiran Devi, Mrs. Archana Garodia, office bearers of FLO governing body, dignitaries, other dignitaries on dais, FLO members, guests, women trainees selected for driving training. At the outset, I would like to congratulate FLO on launching of WE, the Women Education, Women Employment in Education. From Maruti Suzuki, we are happy to join and contribute in this initiative. This will not only lead to greater employment for women in non-conventional areas, but also help in addressing the safety issues related to children and females. This has been amply elaborated by Mrs. Archana. We are with you. Driving training, of course, is a male-dominated profession, and we see a lot of aggression on roads. People driving very aggressively, and maybe because of this, our country has a dubious distinction of being #1 in road accidents and road deaths. Every day, about 400 people die on Indian roads, and many gets injured. The total social cost of accidents, road accidents, is about 1 lakh crore rupees every year. So it is very important that we become safe drivers and we create safe drivers. We follow road rules to the T. There are not many women drivers on Indian roads, but however small the number is, it has been observed that women are the safe and rule-abiding drivers. All these years, FLO has been working for upliftment and empowering women of India. But this year, they have decided that young girls and women should be encouraged to learn driving and adopt driving as a career. I congratulate them for taking up this cause, and Maruti Suzuki is happy to join hands with Flow in this endeavor. Maruti, as you know, is a leading manufacturer of cars with 45% market share. And people love Maruti because of its affordability and quality. Maruti has maintained its leadership by focusing on just two things. One is world-class quality and two is the customer focus. And as a responsible corporate, Maruti focuses on driving training to improve road safety in our country. In the last 15 years, we have established 350 driving schools, driving institutes, road safety knowledge centers across India. And most of these schools are with our car dealers. They run neighborhood driving schools. The combined capacity of these driving schools is to train 1.5 lakh new drivers every year. And this is the single largest provider of driving training in country. And you'll be happy to know that 50% of our learners, the novice driving trainees, are women, because we employ world-class training methodology, which not only include on-road driving training, but also the theory training in the classroom, and we use simulators, the simulator machines, so that the initial inhibition of trainees are removed very, very safely. We also collaborate with the government to set up a driving school. We have set up 6 driving schools called Institute of Driving and Traffic Research, that is IDTR. 2 of the IDTRs in Delhi also. And these IDTRs train commercial drivers. They train truck and bus drivers. We are car manufacturers, but we are contributing in that area also. We do a lot of activities focused on youth, school children and women. For women, we run a special scheme to learn driving. And we run special contests every year in about 17, 18 cities across India, where women show their driving skill and win prizes. This is basically to encourage them for better, to gain the driving skills and better driving. Now, IDTRs are our vehicle for CSR. They are not-for-profit society. The profit or earnings of these schools neither go to government nor to Maruti. In our CSR program, which is a flagship program for road safety, we train thousands of youths from underprivileged background. And many of these youths are the fairer sex also. And they may be from poor background or from minorities or from SC, ST. We tie up with different corporations to source such people who are interested in driving. We train them to become driving instructors, taxi drivers, or simply empower them to use driving skill in any job they undertake. We run special schemes, as I told you, for underprivileged students to learn driving. With Flow, we have designed a special program in driving for women. These courses are graded courses. They have been graded in such a way that they give complete flexibility to women to learn driving. If they have already learned driving, car driving, they can become commercial drivers and drive school cabs and call center cabs. They can become assistant to bus drivers, conductors. They can continue learning and become bus or truck drivers, or simply they can start as novice driver and make career in driving. Here I would like to tell Dr. Kiran Bedi, you had given a suggestion in our last meeting in some road safety campaign that drivers should be given enough practice. So with Mrs. Archana, we have designed a method by which a novice driver can come to our institute every month for 2 days and refresh the driving skills. That was your suggestion. Yeah. As Mrs. Archana told you, for women drivers there are opportunities in schools and colleges, and I'm happy to see so many schools coming forward to see what are the opportunities, and I think they will benefit from this. Apart from school colleges, in taxi cab driving, in quick service restaurant where the food is delivered to homes or offices, there is a huge demand for heavy motor vehicle drivers in companies such as bus fleet companies or transport corporations. Trained women can also join such companies or city bus services. I think we already have examples. They can become driving training instructors, and multi-driving schools can employ them. We are delighted to see such a good response from ladies under this program organized by FLO. We are ready to train 100 women in each of the FLO chapter cities, and this will be a free training worth rupees 20,000 on one training. My best wishes to FLO and the girls who will be undergoing this training for their bright future. Thank you. Jai Hind.
And thank you, Maruti, for an absolutely wonderful offer.
Thank you so much for promising us 1,500 training pan-India for all our 15 locations. We really appreciate that, and we will take it forward with you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very delighted with the help of Azad Foundation to have with us 2 women drivers who they have helped train and place. And it is a privilege to call upon them and hear them speak their experience for about 2 minutes. And may I invite Sunita, who hails from Nalgonda in Telangana and has been trained by Azad Foundation. Post-training, she joined as private chauffeur in South Delhi for 3 years. Later, she was hired by DTC. And I would leave it to you कि आप बताएं सबको आपका अपना experience 2 शब्दों में. May I invite Anjali Agarwal to give the green certificate to her. Please. आप इधर आइए.
सबको नमस्कार.